Can I talk to Mrs. Stokes now?
I'm afraid not.
I need to establish what happened at the quarry.
And I need to look after my patient. I'm very concerned about her state of mind. I'll let you know when she's ready to talk.
What am I doing here?
You were in a bit of a state when you arrived, so we gave you a sedative. Don't you remember?
I'm not sure I want to.
They say you tried to kill yourself.
Things were getting on top of me. Fate presented me with a solution.
Well, I hope now you've calmed down a bit, you'll see that suicide isn't the answer.
Maybe not. So what is? Look, I ain't going to try again if that's what you're worried about.
Well, it's a start, and I'm here to help you now.
Where's my father?
He's on another ward.
Did he say anything about me?
I don't know. He's not my patient, you are. And right now, I'm more concerned about your state of mind.
You should get some rest. I doubt he'll wake up for a while.
He's going to be all right, though, isn't he?
It was quite an ordeal for a man of his age. He's suffering from shock and mild hypothermia.
Well, why didn't I listen sooner? It might never have happened.
Look, I need to see me dad. I need to sort a few things out.
You need to sort things out in your own mind first. Right now, seeing him's probably just going to make you both more agitated.
You don't understand. I've handled things badly. I've been under a lot of pressure and I need to explain.
You'll do that a lot better when you've had some rest and calmed down a bit. Now, try and get some sleep. I'm sorry, officer, but the welfare of my patient has to be my first priority. And I'm very worried about her state of mind.
I need to question Mrs. Stokes as a matter of urgency.
Look, the woman was suicidal yesterday. She's still in a very volatile state. I'm sure a couple of hours can't make much difference. It's not as if she's going anywhere.
Well, then take them.
It's all right, Mr. Turner. Everything's all right. You're in Houghton General Hospital. You're quite safe now. You've been through quite a bit. It's probably best you rest now.
Dad? What am I going to do, Dad? It should all be over by now.
You shouldn't be out of bed.
Why not? I thought patients were free to come and go as they want.
Technically, yes. Although the police are anxious to interview you. But that's not my concern. Your health is. And I don't think you're in any condition to go wandering about yet.
I just wanted to come and see me Dad.
Well, now you've seen him, I'd be grateful if you go back to your own room.
Looks well enough to answer questions to me.
That's not your decision.
No, it's okay. I want to talk to him. I want to get this over with.
Thank you, Mrs. Stokes. Shall we go?
Pretty good, I think, yeah. Just hope they got enough to charge you with.
Daddy's a bit worried about making a statement.
No, you just got to tell the truth, that's all.
I just don't want to get into any trouble.
It's Steph that should be worried about that, not you.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Must be having you.
We need to establish exactly what happened yesterday. Now, according to our information, you left the Grange at about midday.
I think so. We should have left earlier, but my dad was a bit confused.
He was still in his pyjamas. It's a bit odd for mid-November, isn't it? Weren't you worried he might catch a chill?
We were in a hurry. I didn't want him to miss his appointment. Look, you don't know how difficult it is, you know, looking after old people.
Who was his appointment with?
I can't remember.
Well, we can check. Perhaps you could explain why you didn't drive to the hospital.
I saw that there was someone following me and I just sort of pulled off the road, you know?
And ended up in a quarry.
Well, I wasn't sure where I ended up. I've been under a lot of pressure lately, you know, with me dad and work and... Well, I think I might have had a panic attack. I can't
Mr. Kirk made a statement this morning. Now, according to him...
I don't want to talk about
I told you, my patient's in a fragile state.
I still need answers.
Then perhaps you should talk to her father.
I intend to.
I don't know why you're hounding us anyway. It's a domestic problem, not a matter for the police.
We received information that a crime was about to take place. Now, I'm obliged to follow that up.
Well, I'm afraid your investigation will have to wait till I consider my patient ready to answer more questions.
Steph. I'm sorry. I was having a nightmare.
You were calling for your daughter. I don't think you're quite up to visiting yet, but I can get you a phone and you could maybe call her.
I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to see her.
Oh, that's understandable. You've been through a bit of an ordeal.
Well, what exactly have I been through?
Don't you remember?
Well, I get confused about what's real and what I dreamt. I have these nightmares. I think it must be the pills.
What pills have you been taking?
I don't know. Stephanie's been looking after me since my accident. She got all my prescriptions. She said I was going senile, that I was talking about things that never actually happened.
Oh, you seem quite lucid now.
Do I? I really think I remember being in a car in a quarry.
Yes, that's where the police found you.
So I didn't dream it.
Well, they haven't arrested her yet.
No, I suppose we'll be waiting for Alan's evidence.
Can't be easy, that. Speaking out against your own daughter.
Nonsense. She's barking. She should have been put away years ago.
Oh, I'll go and see him. Tell him the whole village is behind him.
He's not allowed any visitors yet. And I don't think we should be so quick to judge Steph. Maybe she just cracked under the pressure.
She nearly killed him. That's not pressure, that's just evil.
Exactly. Perhaps I should notify the police, tell them what she's been up to out of the factory.
Yeah.
I'm going through. There wouldn't have been any trouble at the factory if I hadn't spent all my time looking after me dad. Maybe I was a bit hard on him sometimes, but it was for his own good. See, if I could get him to understand that, then there wouldn't be any need for the police.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to talk to them eventually. But right now, it's more important that you get some rest.
Oh, no, I'd rather not. I'd like to keep a clear head.
You need some sleep. And these'll help. I'll come back and see you again.
To answer your questions now, sir?
Yes, I want to.
Tell me about what happened yesterday.
Well, for you to understand what happened, we've got to go back a bit further than that. Back to my accident. Although I'm not sure that it was an accident.
What accident, sir?
Well, when I broke my ankle, when I fell downstairs at the Grange. Stephanie said I was drunk. She also said that she was not there at the time, but that's not how I remember it.
You said she pushed you?
That's what I believe. But I can't prove it. And now she's in complete control.
How do you mean, sir?
Well, with my medication and what I eat and drink. Well, when I complained, she said I was getting confused, that I was going senile. I think she was drugging me.
So you think she was sedating you so you wouldn't know what she was up to?
Exactly. She was after my money. She wanted me to sign it all over to her. She even tried selling the Grange from under me, but when she realised that wasn't going to work, then she took me out to the quarry.
And this was yesterday?
Yes. She told me she was taking me to the doctors, but I soon realised she was lying. She threatened to kill me in the past, but this time I thought she really meant it.
So we're looking at attempted murder here?
I think she intended to kill me right from the start.
Excuse me.
Yes, Mum?
Is Alan Turner going to be all right?
Well, the doctor seemed to think so. He's receiving visitors today. I'll go and speak to him myself.
Oh, what about that evil woman? Have you arrested her yet?
Nobody's been arrested. We're conducting our inquiries. I want this place secured and nobody goes in or out.
Why, what are you looking for?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to say, just at present.
I'm just a concerned citizen.
We'll be talking to everyone in due course.
I think we just met the local neighbourhood watch.
I want this place turning upside down.
Found anything yet?
Not so much as an indigestion tablet. If there's any drugs in there, they're very well hidden.
We're going to charge her anyway?
Not yet.
Why not?
2 reasons. I want to wait and see what the toxicity report says. If she's been overdosing him, it'll show up in his bloodstream. Hard evidence we'll give to the CPS.
And the other one?
It's 8:45 and I haven't had my bacon sandwich yet.
So, what do you think?
Well, I don't know why people don't just leave things as they are.
Well, it's progress, you can't stop that.
It's interfering with village life. It's like pounds and ounces. Them meddlers from wherever, they're telling us we can't use them anymore either.
What's going on over the road?
Oh, they keep going in and out, looking for something.
What?
I don't know.
They're not saying. I did have a word with them.
Have you got anything to help me sleep? I didn't get a wink last night.
It's the worry.
Yeah, and the guilty conscience. I should have known that Alan would never want rid of his bike.
Well, it wasn't your fault.
Well, I can't believe that I let her wrap me round her little finger like that.
Oh, you're a man. I blame myself.
You weren't even here.
Exactly. Oh, she never had me fooled, that one. Mutton dressed as cow, if you ask me.
Well, it's what we do about it now that's important.
Well, what's to do? She's in the hands of the police.
Well, make sure she don't get away with it.
How?
Well, tell them about the motorcycle. He never gave her permission to sell that. That's evidence. It's something they can use.
Oh, they did say Alan can have visitors now.
Oh, good. I'll go in and see him.
I might come with you.
Well, shouldn't you be up at home farm by now?
Oh, you're right, I suppose. Hey, just keep your beady eye open, and I'll see you at lunchtime.
Ta-da! Thanks for that. I don't think Alan's ready for an interrogation by Betty.
All right, that'll be fine.
What about those results?
Later this afternoon at the earliest.
No wonder the health service is in crisis.
Too many people having heart attacks, probably.
You are what you eat and a bacon sandwich is in the job description.
Did you get anything from that estate agent?
Oh, aye. And Matthew King. Apparently she was trying to sell the B&B for 50 grand less than it was worth.
Well, that's not criminal.
In cash. Straight into her account.
All goes to motive.
Didn't just teach you to twirl a baton at Hendon, then.
I learned everything I know from you, boss.
What do we know? She kept him locked in his room. She sold his van, his motorbike. She helped herself to his accounts and very nearly sold his house from under him. Turner says she kept him heavily sedated. And the tox report, when it comes back, will show if he had dangerously high levels of medication in him.
Enough for the CPS?
Not just yet. Let's have another little chat with the doting daughter first.
Thanks. Hey, had a job getting past that nurse. She's like your very own security guard.
Is that you, Jerry?
Of course it is.
I'm sorry. Half the time I still think I'm dreaming or seeing this nightmare.
You're safe now.
What's happened?
I don't know. People are trying to find out.
She's my daughter. Why would she do this to me?
Maybe she's not well. I mean, she couldn't be, could she?
I wasn't the best of fathers, I mean, far from it, but I don't deserve this, do I?
Of course you do.
Just because I fell in love with Shelley.
Look, do you want me to get you a nurse?
No, she said terrible things about her. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, just don't upset yourself. It's all in the past.
I'm so worried about her. I mean, if she could do this to me...
Why? Shelley left a long time ago. She's fine. Just try not to think about it now, eh?
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
I thought we went through everything yesterday.
About the care you were giving your father.
I was doing my best.
Any better and he'd be dead.
I didn't mean for him to die.
We just need to understand exactly what happened. You didn't mean him to die when you gave him far too many drugs. Is that what you mean?
You're twisting what I'm saying.
Your father's telling us a different story.
Look, he was unwell, delirious, having bad dreams. He needed his sleep. So I gave him some extra pills, so what?
Your father's made some very grave allegations against you. Now, we're doing some tests to see exactly how much of his medication is in his bloodstream. If that confirms what he says, you're going to be in very serious trouble.
I haven't done anything wrong.
No to worry about then, have you?
Look, this is crazy. If I'd have wanted to kill me old dad, I could have driven him off the blooming quarry.
You told us you only gave him an extra pill or two when he needed it, or when you needed to get some rest.
That's right.
Well, we've been checking his medical records, and it seems you've recently taken out a new prescription for a couple of months' supply of his medication, way before it was due.
Because the old one had got flushed down the sink. By accident.
Yeah, that's right. Look, accidents happen.
They certainly seem to around you.
So according to your reckoning, there should be, what, 4 or 5 weeks' supply of his medication left?
Well, I suppose.
Why were there absolutely no pills in the house, then?
Oh, I don't know. Look, I haven't done anything with them.
We'll be back to take your statement later. Have a good think. Maybe something will jog your memory.
Yeah. Emily says you went to see Alan.
That's right.
So, what's going on?
They've decided to keep him in for a while.
No, I didn't mean him. His Black Widow daughter.
I don't know.
Let's not go jumping to conclusions and casting stones just yet.
I'd pick a boulder. May I remind you that it was she who got me into this mess with trading standards? It was a chill down my spine just thinking about her. She was under my roof after all.
I'm sure you were perfectly safe.
Well, we'll never know now, will we? I could have been downstairs enjoying a nice single malt, listening to Matt Monroe on the turntable. And next, I could have been up there with him. And good old Frank Sinatra.
I doubt you'll be going in that direction, Eric. So, how is Alan, eh?
Oh, not so good. I mean, he can't believe that his own daughter could do something like that to him.
We all stood by and let it happen. We should have noticed something was wrong.
Aye, well, should have doesn't put jam on your bread, Ashley.
It's good to have you home, Betty.
Not before time, eh?
Off on your holidays?
I'm going home. I can't sleep here.
Oh, I know what you mean. I hate hospitals myself. Still, there's one or two things first.
Like what?
Like the matter of your father's missing medication.
I've told you, I don't know anything about it.
And the fact that you kept him under lock and key.
It was for his own good. He kept falling down the stairs, and contrary to popular belief, I did not want him breaking his neck.
He says you pushed him.
That's not true. Why would I do that? He's confused.
That may be true. But there are some things you can't deny. He sold his van, he sold his motorbike, and very nearly his house from under him.
And we just got the toxicity report back from the lab. We now know exactly what quantity of drugs was in your father's system.
What does that mean?
It means that you're no longer under suspicion.
You're under arrest. Mary Stephanie Stokes, I'm arresting you on suspicion of the attempted murder of Alan Turner. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which will later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Does nobody serve breakfast round here?
No sign of Steph I see this morning. Make of that what you will.
You haven't heard, then? And 5 is 20. Been locked up. Charged with attempted murder.
Oh, no. When did that happen?
Last night.
One of my delivery men is well in with the CID.
Oh, was they?
Yeah, I know. Poor Alan.
Well, at least he's still alive.
Only just.
What I don't understand is why nobody noticed what was going on. I mean, he only lives across the way.
Yeah, well, we all thought he had Alzheimer's. Well, having said that, I did have my suspicions.
No, you didn't.
I might not have said anything at the time, Emily, but I did. You can't just go around accusing people.
Never stop you in the past.
I can only hold you for 24 hours. Another 12 if we're unlucky. So my advice is to say as little as possible. Keep your answers brief. Just answer yes or no.
But I've got nothing to hide.
And whatever you do, don't be led. Say too much and they'll run rings round you.
You are aware I'm innocent.
In that case, you've got nothing to prove. You're not on trial, Stephanie. Not yet, anyway.
Hey, no stranger to all this, are you, Steph?
I don't get you.
Been questioned by the police. According to our records, in March 2002, you were tried, found guilty and convicted of fraud. I take it you didn't know?
My client failed to disclose that fact.
I bet she did.
I forgot. It was a long time ago.
Hey, do you want to tell your brief how long you got? Or shall I tell him?
6 months in Holloway.
6 months, 1 week and 3 days, to be precise. Well, let's not split hairs, eh? Anyway, moving on. About your father's chequebook, Steph.
I didn't forge his signature, if that's what you're implying. My dad signed every single one of those cheques himself. Life doesn't stop just because you're poorly, you know. Bills have to be paid. Someone had to do it.
You seem a bit uptight, Steph.
You try sleeping in a prison cell. It ain't the Hilton, you know.
So you like nice things?
Well, doesn't everybody?
When you can afford them, yeah. Having money means a lot to you, doesn't it, Steph?
What are you insinuating?
Nothing. You seem very eager to sell up.
He's talking about the B&B, Stephanie.
My client doesn't want to comment on that.
In fact, if our inquiries are correct, which I assume they are,
and the estate agent and the King family aren't lying,
you were prepared to sell for considerably less than the true valuation.
50 grand to be precise. A lot of money.
I wanted a quick sale.
What was that?
You don't have to answer that.
Because I was skint. Why do you think?
So you were desperate?
My client never said that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was desperate. The factory was going belly up. The B&B was closed, Neffel coming in. Yeah, you could say I was desperate.
Desperate enough to kill your own father?
No!
Hey, what are you doing here?
I think I might have dropped my mobile in the car.
I've not seen it.
Yeah, well, I was sitting in the back corner.
Yeah, I sure.
No, it'd be best if I got it.
Well, go on, then. Found it?
No, not yet. Got it. Cheers.
Hand this to the boss when he comes out, will you? Hello again. What are you doing here?
I've got something for you.
Oh, yeah?
It's proof she's really trying to kill him.
In that case, you better hand it over.
Oh, all right. So I might have bunged him 1 or 2 too many, but I wasn't trying to poison him.
So where are the pills?
Oh, how many more times? On the bedside table. Well, they were the last time I saw them.
My officers found nothing.
Yeah, well, perhaps one of them pocketed them. Wouldn't be the first time, would it?
According to the hospital, you had at least 3 months' supply.
Maybe more. So where are they?
Could I have a word, boss?
PC Hart has entered the room.
Not now.
It's important.
D.I. Kiesel and PC Hart are leaving the room.
What?
Remember the kid?
Darren Upwood. He just brought these in. According to him, he took them from the B&B. Apparently, he thought they were evidence.
Where did he find these?
I've not had time to question him.
Get him down to toxicology now. I want a full report.
D.I. Kiesel has re-entered the room.
Looks like this is your lucky day.
Could have fooled me.
I take it my client is free to leave, Inspector.
For now, yeah.
Oh, thank God for that.
Indeed.
Thinking about it, I don't need God on my side, Inspector. I'm innocent, remember? Come on, let's get out. Excuse me.
Oh, come on, love. Now, what would you like, eh? A chocolate bar? Bag of crisps?
Dunno.
Oh, go on. You can have anything you want, love. As long as it's under 50p.
Put your money away, Betty. This is on me. It's not often we get a hero in the shop, is it? When you're not thieving, that is.
Oh. So, what happened, love? Because we want to know everything. Now, what did they say when you gave them the pills?
I just had to make a statement.
Oh, what did you tell them?
I told him how I got in there, how I got the pills, how they were evidence she was going to kill him, and how if it wasn't for me, she probably would have. And they wrote it all down.
Oh, hey, I reckon you've sewn up that case. For them, you deserve a medal, you. Hey, perhaps he'll go on that Pride of Britain.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
You've not heard of Pride of Britain?
It's a telly show hosted by Carol Vorderman, I think.
Yeah. Hey, he'll get to meet the stars. Oh, Bagsy, I come with you.
You look surprised to see me.
You could say that. We thought you was banged up.
Yeah, well, they released me.
So, what can I get you? And before you ask, we don't do arsenic. Sorry.
I'd like a bottle of brandy, please.
How are you? You don't have to talk if you don't want to.
You have heard what's happened. Stephen has been arrested. Attempted murder.
Yes, I know.
It's too awful to think about him now. I just don't know what to do.
Just think about getting better, eh?
I'm so worried about Shelley. You know, you said you thought you'd seen her. Where was that?
Outside the B&B.
You certain?
Well, I was pretty certain at the time. I mentioned it to Steph. She said I was mistaken.
And were you?
It was very quick. But... no, it was her. I'm sure of it.
She's not capable of killing a friend.
She tried to kill you, Mr. Turner. Here he is. Just tell him everything you told me. Thanks for coming so quickly.
Sorry?
The desk sergeant said you might be a while. Go on, Mr. Turner, tell him.
Well, it's about Shelley.
Who's Shelley?
His girlfriend. Well, a companion. They were going to go live together in Spain. Only...
She disappeared.
And what's this got to do with your daughter?
Well, I'm not certain, but I think she may have killed her.
Why didn't you mention this before?
I don't know.
He's not well.
Shelley who, miss?
Williams.
And how long's she been missing?
Oh, a couple of months.
And you're saying that you think your daughter may have killed her? Okay, do you mind if I take some details?
Maybe we could wait till morning.
I'm afraid not, miss. You see, I'm not here because you called the station. I'm here to tell Mr. Turner that his daughter's been released.
I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I'm sure they were arguing. Stephanie was shouting and then Shelley, but it was mostly Stephanie. It went on for quite a time.
Approximately how long?
I don't know, about 15, 20 minutes.
And this was downstairs in the living area?
As far as I could ascertain, yes.
And then you say you heard him go down to the cellar?
Well, I can't be absolutely sure, but I heard the door go, and that door's got a very distinctive latch.
Then what?
Then just I heard screaming. And then nothing else.
And you say this was the 28th of September? And you're willing to corroborate this?
Yeah, that was the day I saw her.
And then I thought I saw her again.
It was Lisa. Lisa Dingle, she's a friend.
Why did you think it was Shelley?
Well, because she was wearing her scarf.
Any idea where she got it? And was this before or after the 28th? The night when you think you heard her?
After.
I think you really should rest now.
Just one more thing, sir. Before I can proceed, I need your consent to conduct a full search of the B&B. Without any evidence, there's nothing we can do.
You've got to say yes, Mr. Turner.
Yes.
I'll keep you informed.
Thank you. You did the right thing.
Yes, I know, but I'm just terrified of what they're going to find.
What are they doing here? If there's any justice in the world, they've come to rearrest her. Maybe she's not guilty. Have you ever thought of that? Here we go.
What's going on?
Can we come in?
Do I have any choice?
Not really.
Surely it doesn't take 8 of them to arrest her. Well, like I say, perhaps she's innocent.
Look, you've got me at a loss. What do you mean you're here to search the premises?
We're furthering our inquiries.
What inquiries?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Look, I hope you've got a search warrant.
We don't need one. We got the owner's permission.
Your father, miss? Now, do you mind if we get on with it? All right, folks, you know the drill.
But I thought she'd been released.
Well, even the police make mistakes, Ashley.
Perhaps something's happened to Alan.
You know, I hadn't even thought of that.
I'll ring the hospital.
Alan.
He's on his way home, I think.
Forget the phone call, Ashley. He's alive. You do know there's a swarm of coppers over at the B&B?
Is there?
Oh, yes. Donna, look after the counter.
Here, what's with the geezers in white suits?
Forensics.
Thought you were upstairs.
Sir.
How's it going, Clayton?
Almost there, boss.
So is someone going to tell me why forensics here? Look, if it's something I said yesterday, then talk to me. I'm innocent, remember?
So you keep saying. Come on, folks, haven't got all day.
I've got to go.
I'd prefer it if you stayed.
I thought you said I was released without charge.
You are.
Then I'll see you later.
Don't leave the country, will you?
Dad?
Oh, I don't want to talk to her.
I'll handle this. What do you want, Steph?
What do you mean, what do I want? I want to see me Dad.
Well, he doesn't want to see you, does he?
Are you all right, Dad? He doesn't want to talk to you. I've been really worried about you. Well, can't you see you're upsetting him?
Well, just get him inside, will you?
Dad, I don't understand. Why are you allowing them to search the B&B, Dad? Come on, Mr. Turner. You do know they dropped all the charges against me?
Get him in the house, Emily, will you? Now, listen. I've asked you politely, but if I have to, I'll use force. Now, go away, Steph!
I just want to make sure that my father's all right.
He's fine! Now, go away! If I catch you within 10 yards of this house, I'll go and call the police over. All right?
You have no right! No right to keep me away from my dad!
Just in is easy, but then because we'd run out, then...
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You're being very kind.
That'd be daft.
Look, why don't you stay here?
Oh, I couldn't possibly impose.
Well, you can't stay at the B&B, can you?
Well, anyway, we'd love to have you.
You need some peace and quiet. Get some rest.
Come on, TV on! I'm in a cartoon! I want a video!
Hey, have you got any Chris?
Alan, how are you?
Fine, I think.
Right! Take that down now! Sorry, Marlon. No, you tell him, mate. Oh, it's good to see you.
Hey, I knew that bloke out of the paper.
Right. Kitchen now.
No, he's that well-famous bloke out of the paper.
Get him! Sorry about that. Kids,
I hope this is going to be worth it.
You know the rules. You got to wear the suits.
Yeah. So what am I looking at? Well, I can't see out.
When are you going to realise you need glasses?
Thank you. Can we get on?
See here?
Just about.
Blood. Tiny specks of it. All the way up the handrail. Like somebody's tried to wipe it off. There's some more down on the floor there.
How much longer are you going to need here?
Give us a break, Tom. We've only just got it.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know, it looks pretty serious.
Let's go back inside, This is ghoulish.
In a minute.
I'm sorry, miss, but you can't come in.
What do you mean I can't come in? You are aware I live here.
This is now a crime scene.
They can't bar her from her own house.
Police can do what they want.
But all my belongings are in there. And where am I supposed to live?
I can give you the number of a refuge.
Please.
I think I'll go and see Alan and find out what's going on.
Good idea, and come straight back here.
I'm sorry, but I can't let you in.
In that case, you're going to hear from my solicitor.
Hiya.
Hi.
I came to see you before.
Oh, I know, my mum.
So, have you been?
Good, yeah.
The kids have missed you. In fact, do you fancy meeting up later on? We could...
Oh, sorry, I can't. I'm going bowling with Danny.
Oh, bowling, Brilliant. Well, you know, maybe some other time.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, have you seen what's going on out there?
You were trying to ignore it, Betty.
Oh, well, they wouldn't let her in.
Who?
Steph.
What, the poisoner?
Look, I better be getting off. I'm due back at the shop. Are you sure you can manage?
Yes, I'm fine.
So, come on. Has she been charged or hasn't she?
Mr. Turner's trying to rest.
Here, that's a joke.
You might as well know, Betty, that the police are investigating the disappearance of Shelley.
Who's Shelley?
Shh, no one.
What do you mean?
As I'm afraid I do.
Are you saying that you think she killed Shelley?
So is Shelley dead?
It is a possibility.
Oh, Alan, this is no good for you either. Shift. You need a bit of peace and quiet after all you've been through.
Well, he can't stay at the B&B, can he?
Well, no, but he could always come and stay with me.
Could I? It's not that you haven't made me very welcome, but it is a bit noisy.
Noisy? It's like playing in Bedlam in here. Emily, get his stuff.
Go away, Ashley.
Are you okay?
I never meant for this to happen. It's all got out of hand.
I believe you.
Then do us a favour. Go and tell them coppers that.
Why don't you come back to the vicarage? I make an excellent cup of tea.
I hope that isn't a chat-up line.
I'm a very good listener.
Yeah, well, I'm all talked out. I was in that interrogation room for hours yesterday.
In that case, I've got a very comfy sofa and a DVD.
Bung in a bottle of brandy and you got a deal.
I've got 2 bottles.
You're on. But I don't want none of that God talk, OK?
You have my word.
Be honest with you, Ashley. Can I be really honest?
Of course.
I'm a bad un. Always have been. You ask my dad. When I was 13, he called me the spawn of the devil. I know. I didn't know what it meant, but I sure as hell knew it wasn't a compliment. He's never liked me. Not really. Do you want to know why? It's because I'm not like him. Everybody loves my dear old dad. That's because they don't know the truth. He looks down on most of them. Always better than, never honest. Always got a smile in the right place. Ages ago, I can't remember where, a pub, I think. He was talking to a geezer, he didn't know him well. And he said, "We are what we fake." You see, he's not what he seems. He's an illusion. He's a snob. I never quite reached his expectation. To be honest, I didn't want to. Scratch the surface of my dad and there's not a lot underneath. Even so, I've never wanted to hurt him. I love my dad. It's not easy loving someone when all you see in their eyes is disappointment. When he was poorly, he needed me. I'm sorry, Ashley. I must be boring you to death.
Absolutely not.
Well, this won't buy the baby new shoes. I must find myself a place to kip.
You're more than welcome to stay here.
Oh, Ashley. Aren't you frightened I might poison you?
I'll go make up a bed.
Thanks, I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
What about family, friends?
As far as I can ascertain, she didn't have any.
Now then, I'll be in the kitchen if you want me, Alan. You go easy on him, as you'll have me to answer to.
So, I thought you said she had a mother.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm sorry. I've been a bit sort of befuddled. Yes, I went to see her about 2 weeks or maybe a month after she disappeared.
And?
She wasn't there, but then it was a very old address.
Have you still got it?
Yes, Stephanie gave it to me. I've got it somewhere. So, how is the investigation going?
Oh, it's very early days.
You haven't found anything?
So, he says she didn't have any friends?
Well, none that she spoke of. In fact, I suppose her only real friend was Stephanie.
Yeah? Now, can I get you anything else? Love a digestive, a custard cream. I've got a nice bit of Battenberg, if you fancy it.
I'm fine, Betty.
You know, my mother always used to say, and she was a wise old bird, she used to say, things have a very funny way of turning out right in the end. All you've got to do is let it happen.
But I'm just so worried about Shelley.
Yes, and if I thought worrying would make her turn up, I'd tell you to worry into the middle of next week and the one after, but it isn't, is it? Anyway, if Steph is a murderer, God help her. But having said that, I'm sure she isn't.
Well, me too.
Oh, and that's what you've got to hold on to. Because at the end of the day, that is what's going to get you through all this.
So, what we got?
Blood, hair, and a couple of marks on the floor that may or may not suggest a scuffle's taken place.
Could somebody be murdered down there?
Can't rule it out. Not according to forensics.
So all we have to do now is to find a body.
If there is one.
Precisely.